Hello everyone, thank you for listening and watching. My name is Nefertiti and you can find my information in the description box below. Thank you so much for your patience. We have all been going through some massive energetic shifts, especially as we are moving through this galactic activation portal. We're still in Cancer season, so lots of water energy, lots of emotional type of developments. So this has been very challenging for me. I'm a fire sign. I have lots of fire in my chart. So the universe really slowed me down over the past couple of days. I really needed to get rebalanced. I didn't realize how much pressure I was putting on myself in certain areas of my life. And I think a lot of us are going through this now just because we have so much to deal with as far as external forces impacting our lives with this pandemic, the lockdowns. And if you're empathic, this is especially challenging because we are just being bombarded with a lot of negative energy right now. It's being pulled up, it's being drawn up for release, for healing, for transmutation. But if you're not as balanced as you would normally be, you can interpret a lot of this energy as your own. So there's a lot of levels to this. First, determining what's your energy and what isn't, and then rebalancing your energy through self-love, through self-love practices like good nutrition, spiritual practices, all of these things that the universe is really calling us to get back to the basics, back to our foundations. We're really asking ourselves what we really want. What do we really want in this life? And the universe wants specifics. As the collective continues to go through this dark night of the soul, it's very interesting to see how people are responding, how people are reacting. There really is no more leeway for projection and trying to blame other people or outside situations for what's going on in your life. As James Allen said, circumstances do not make the man, they reveal him. So these circumstances are revealing you. What can you be? Who are you now? And how can you create a more loving, harmonious, peaceful life that's aligned with your purpose, aligned with your truths, your values? So I'm going to talk about the astrology. I'm going to go into some channeled messages, and then I'll go into the astrology by sign, and the timestamps will be linked below. So we do have, as I mentioned, Mercury still in Cancer until August the 5th. So we're still kind of in this energy of slowdown with all of the other retrograde planets. We're just coming off of a powerful Cancer eclipse, full moon eclipse, and now we're moving into a Cancer new moon, which I will talk about. So we're seeing a lot of scandals surface, a lot of secrets being revealed, and this is necessary for us to move forward because whatever we're not able to face within our reality is creating resistance. It's creating more and more resistance because it's attracting to it circumstances and situations like itself. So it's so important for us to look at our own skeletons, definitely on a personal level, but understand that this collective energy of exposing those lower frequencies, those things that are keeping us from moving forward as a collective, these are the things that are really being called to our attention for healing, for release, for examination. So let's continue to do the healing work. Let's continue to take our time to connect to the joy and pleasures of life. Remember that the higher self only wants peace. And that's something that I was reminded of as I was going through my emotional upheaval over the past couple of days. I kept thinking, you know, all I want is to connect to my divine twin flame. All I want is more money. All I want is more clarity in my purpose, my career. All I want is for my son to go to sleep at night. All of these things that I want, but the higher self only wants peace. And when you have peace, you'll attract all of these other things. That's a part of the distraction, though. And we have to be mindful of that, using our discernment, because distraction just attracts more distraction. And that's a part of the plan of the opposing forces, is to keep us distracted, to keep us from doing what we need to do. Not necessarily them stopping us, but trying to get us to stop us. So let's move into the channeled messages. The first one I got was, those of you that are struggling with finding your purpose at this time, focus on these three things. Self-love is your work, service is your mission, and peace is your goal. The second message that came through was to remember that we are always connected to spirit, but it is our responsibility to keep that connection clean and clear. So imagine your connection to spirit like a pipeline. How corroded, how clogged, how backed up is that pipe? And you have the power to remove the blockages, to remove the resistance. The next message I got was that we still have a lot of energy available to us for emotional healing for the rest of this year, as we are still moving through a lot of retrograde energy, especially with the outer planets. This is definitely seeing the outside circumstances triggering our emotional healing, because these are things that we don't have control over. So the only thing that we can do is heal and figure out how we can navigate our new reality, this quote unquote new normal, because things will never be the same again. Another message that I got was, auric repair and energy body purification are priorities. I've been doing a lot of work with kyanite lately. Black kyanite, orange kyanite, green and blue kyanite. I've been using these in my meditations exclusively. And these are readily available on Amazon if you'd like to work with them, but I would encourage you to do some research. Kyanite is great for aligning your energy body and your meridians, and depending on the color, it will help to purify in certain ways. So black kyanite helps to sever karmic ties. Green kyanite helps to connect you with the elementals and heart healing energies, heart purification. Blue kyanite is about boosting your psychic abilities and clearing mental conflict, mental indecision. And orange or red kyanite, I've seen it called both, will help you to balance your innate creativity, balance your self-esteem, your personal power, and it'll also help to connect you with Kundalini energy. Another message that I got is that we are feeling good about where we're headed, but bad about what we're having to leave behind. And this is normal. That's a part of the duality of living on this planet, right? Pleasure and pain. The balance between holding on and letting go. The next message that came through was that rebirth itself is like an actual birth. It's messy, it's painful, it's exhausting, there's a lot of unknowns, but it's beautiful in the end. The last message that came through was, minding your physical health on all levels will reduce the risk of you contracting any type of disease, ailment, pandemic, whatever. Because when you're healthy, you are easily able to harmonize and integrate higher frequencies. And the intensity of these incoming energies are not letting up. Cancer and Cancer rising, we have the Cancer new moon in your sign this week. And you can see the ritual times here. This is moving us out of eclipse energy. And for you, this is very, very important, because this is about you getting back to the basics, yourself, your identity. It's kind of like you're cleaning house after a long move, a lot of adjustments. Now, this new moon is being opposed by Saturn, your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. This has definitely been an area of your life under a period of review, restructuring over the past couple of years. With Saturn here, you're going to see more restrictions, more limitations, more lessons. Where are you not getting it, Cancer, right? Worry, grief, self-esteem issues are all shadow aspects of this transit. So how are you not showing up in relationships as yourself? Where are you not being authentic? Because remember that relationships are mirrors. Patience, perseverance, and staying informed on what matters to you most are very important right now, especially when it comes to your home and family and connections. Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter are all here in this area of Capricorn, helping to restructure our economy on the collective level. But for you, again, this is about your relationships, the one-on-one connections, the energy exchange that you have with other people on an intimate level. This is all being transformed. You're learning lessons in this area. You're being asked to expand in this area. On July 22nd, the sun is moving into Leo, which is your second house of boundaries, income, talent, power, your personal resources. So again, this is about you and how you are creating those healthy boundaries in your life, how you're utilizing your personal resources to attract more harmonious relationships for your personal and spiritual growth and development. Because as you become more balanced, which is a second house attribute, you automatically create more balance in your connections. And as I'm saying this, it's 222 on the clock on my phone. On July 27th, we have Jupiter sextile Neptune. So again, this is more seventh house energy, learning about yourself, right? Correcting misguided and misaligned belief systems when it comes to your relationships, your marriages, one-on-one connections. This could also mean that you need to learn about healthy relationships, maybe reading some books or attending some classes or listening to some teachers that can help you learn about self-love and your beliefs and how you can change your belief system. So let's move on to the channeled messages for you. The angel number that came up was angel number 183. This is about listening to your intuition and taking action as guided. Trust that your needs will always be met. And trust in your talents and abilities and skills, no matter what they are. So this is again connected to that second house energy coming in with that the sun moving into Leo, your personal resources. Let's move on to the oracle cards. And I pulled from the Psychic Tarot, and the transformation card showed up. This is the death card in the major arcana. And at the bottom of the deck, we have material harvest, 9 of Pentacles. So again, this is about your personal resources, your inner resources, your outer resources, the money you make, the money you earn, relationship issues, again, are really relationship issues that you have within yourself. Focusing on the things that you can control, your business, self-reliance, home matters, getting back to the basics. Transformation is ugly and exhausting sometimes, but again, it's beautiful. The lady in the card looks like she's a little tired, a little wore out, right? Like, now what? But remember that all is well and everything happens for your growth, learning, and advancement. So practice self-love, shore up your personal resources, and move through this transformation with grace, and know that you are not alone. Let's move on to the spirit animal, and the koi fish showed up, another symbol of transformation in order to elevate you to higher levels of living, higher levels of connection. This is about adaptation and perseverance. Release jealousy, release old angers and resentments because they're pulling you down. Allow yourself to heal from any relationship hardships and know that this transformation is necessary. Let's move on to the crystals, and blue lace agate showed up for you. This is a throat chakra crystal that will help you with transformation. It'll give you a boost of positive vibes and help you to return to a natural state of joy, especially if you've gone through some very hard relationship challenges. This crystal will help you with stress release, and it aids in the energy of you using your affirmations, right? I am prosperous. I am abundant. I deserve love. I am balanced. I have peace. I can choose peace. These are all great affirmations for you to use, Cancer. So thank you so much for listening and watching. Have a wonderful week. I'll speak to you again soon. Leo and Leo rising, the Cancer new moon this week is highlighting your 12th house of secrets, things behind the scenes, research. The 12th house also rules self-sabotage, karma, and connecting to spirit, really being consistent with your spiritual practices. This Cancer new moon is moving us out of eclipse season, but remember, eclipse energy can remain with us for several months. So this is about you really pulling your energy back, connecting to your higher self, releasing old patterns, old karmic issues. This new moon is being opposed by Saturn, which is the ruler of karma. And this is about your health, your daily routines. So again, more emphasis on including more spiritual practices into your daily life. There could be more restrictions and limitations placed on you, especially with this pandemic. So again, this is spirit really asking you to connect to yourself, to be in that hermit energy, and to focus on your health. Focus on your physical health. What are you consuming? And your day-to-day life. Is your environment, your day-to-day routines, are they healthy for you? This opposition with Saturn can also bring up worry and grief and some self-esteem issues. So patience, perseverance, and staying grounded are necessary. We also have Pluto and Jupiter here, which is about restructuring your spiritual practices and being willing to do the work to release old karmic patterns and to bring more health and balance into your daily life. This energy is going to be with us for a while. So you'll have lots of time to work with your angels, your guides, your ancestors, your spirit team to really clear out old patterns, to bring more vitality and structure into your daily world. On the 21st, the sun is going to move into your first house. So this is beginning another cycle for you, Leo, where you're focusing on your priorities, focusing on yourself. This is something that you love to do, Leo. On July 27th, we have Jupiter sextile Neptune. Hope, faith, optimism based on what you're doing when it comes to your health and daily routines. This is going to see you having an increase in energy. And this is also highlighting your 8th house of shared resources. So maybe you're getting into some collaborations. Perhaps you are really focused on your healing and rebirth, right? This is also about inheritance. So this could be you connecting with other people to kind of help you to heal, to help you with your day-to-day schedules and routines. The 8th house is also about sex. So I'm getting a message here, Leo, that you need to create more connection, intimacy in your relationships, the ones that the people that you're connecting to on a daily basis. Let's move on to the angel number, and 513 showed up. This is a number that shows up to support you through change and transition, letting you know that your prayers are being answered and responded to. A door of opportunity has opened, and look at all obstacles as a blessing in disguise. That is the opportunity. These changes are challenging, especially with Saturn here, but stay bold and courageous and know that you can always call on your spirit team. They're especially close to you right now with this 12th house energy. So support and guidance are available to you. Moving on to the oracle cards, and I was led to pull from the Angels and Ancestors deck. So the Triumphant Success card came up for you. Ace of Swords in reverse. And at the bottom is the Tower card. Disruption. So you may be feeling stuck with all this upheaval occurring in your world. You know, Leos, you guys can connect to ego a lot more than other signs. And this energy is definitely ego shattering. The universe has shaken you to awaken you. So feel this fear and continue to move forward anyway. Don't hold back. Failure is never fun, but it's a necessary part of success. Failure is necessary. Failure lets you know what you need to do differently, what you need to not do anymore. Let's move on to the spirit animal, and the bear showed up for you. So this is about you going within to find your true path. This connects to that 12th house energy of hibernating, of protecting your boundaries as you're going through this transition, right? Self-preservation is necessary. The bear also shows up when you need more balance and harmony in your physical world. So again, this connects to that 6th house energy of your daily life. Let's move on to the crystal, and green kyanite showed up for you, Leo. And this is about the heart chakra. You rule the heart chakra, Leo. Aligning yourself, aligning and connecting your energies to your higher self, to your subconscious mind, bridging those energy gaps, right? Where you've lost your way. A lot of people have lost their way right now, right? So call in that courage that you know is a part of your energy, Leo. Call in that focus. You are a fixed sign. So green kyanite is coming in to help you break out of any self-destructive patterns, any limiting belief patterns, especially those things that you're doing on a daily basis that are stopping you from evolving. So thank you so much for listening, Leo. I hope this was helpful for you. I will speak to you again soon. Virgo and Virgo rising, this Cancer new moon happening on July 20th is occurring in your 11th house of goals, dreams, friends, and corporate and business income. This new moon is being opposed by Saturn transiting your 5th house. So this could create some restrictions, some perceived limitations, some obstacles when it comes to achieving your goals and dreams, when it comes to following your heart. This is a very stressful angle, and this actually occurred at the Cancer full moon eclipse that we just had. So worry, grief, and self-esteem issues are shadow traits here, but following your heart is the theme for you. Patience, perseverance, and staying informed and not taking life so seriously, learning to have fun, right? With Pluto and Jupiter here, this could be some very challenging energy, right? For really tapping into your creativity. But this area of your life is being restructured, right? What do you really want, Virgo? What is in your heart? Are you able to really connect to your goals and dreams based on the limitations that you have right now? Do you need to release limitations when it comes to what you can achieve, what you can have in this world? On the 22nd, we have the sun moving into Leo, your 12th house. So this is about pulling your energy back, going behind the scenes, doing research, connecting to your spirit team. This is also a very karmic area. With Saturn here in your 5th house, this could be about you releasing anything that's blocking your heart, anything that's blocking you really connecting to your higher self and those higher levels of living and being. The 12th house is also about endings. So you could be wrapping up cycles here. A lot of cycles are wrapping up within cycles right now. On the 27th, we have Jupiter sextile Neptune. So again, this is 5th house energy, 7th house energy, about your heart and your intimate relationships, the one-on-one connections that you have with people. Faith, hope, and optimism about healing any heart wounds, about really believing that you can have this goal of love, of really living a life that you desire, really attracting to you your goals, your dreams, and releasing those limitations when it comes to your heart, when it comes to you attracting the love that you desire. High hopes. Let's move on to the angel number, and 93 showed up. So again, this is connecting to that 12th house energy of release, releasing situations that no longer serve you, allowing the old to leave your life with love and gratitude. So don't hold on to old relationships, people, and heart connections out of fear. There's 7 billion people on the planet. You can definitely find and keep and maintain other connections. Trusting in your talents, and know that you are fully supported as you step through this new door of opportunity to follow your heart, to follow your joy, to follow your bliss. Let's move on to the oracle cards, and I was led to pull from the Psychic Tarot deck. And the base card, root chakra card, came up for you. At the bottom of the deck was the shadow, the moon. So again, this is more confirmation of this 12th house energy coming in with the sun moving into Leo. So release fear with root chakra work. You can use that black kyanite like I mentioned earlier in the collective energy. But with the Saturn energy and the 12th house energy coming in with this Leo, this is again about you releasing anything and anyone that's holding you back. Meditation and spiritual practices are highly emphasized, right? Tapping into those hidden energies, those subconscious belief systems and patterns that you have when it comes to love, when it comes to connection, and releasing those things if they don't serve you. The root chakra holds on to fear, and the 12th house is about fear sometimes. So the universe is asking you to meditate. Your meditation practices will help you to release and dispel these energies. Let's move on to the spirit animal, and the spider showed up to you. So again, more confirmation, more protection here. And the spider speaks to creating your own reality, doing that shadow work, again, connecting to that shadow card, the moon card that came up. Be aware of opportunities and don't get caught up in the web of the past. Allow your past to serve as a teaching tool and then move on. Don't let anything hold you back. You create your own reality. It takes time, it takes patience, perseverance. What the spider spirit is really showing up to help you with, to remove the cobwebs out of your subconscious mind and create a new reality for yourself when it comes to matters of the heart, when it comes to love. Let's move on to the crystal, and Apache tears showed up for you, Virgo. This is a stone that supports emotional healing and grief, releasing old energies. This is a highly protective and grounding stone. So great for you, Virgo, because you are a very grounded and practical energy. And Apache tear is a really practical energy, practical connection and vibration to connect to when it comes to clearing out negative emotions and anything that's holding you back. So thank you so much for listening, Virgo. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I look forward to speaking to you again really, really soon. Have a wonderful week. Libra and Libra rising, the Cancer new moon, going exact on July 20th, is occurring in your 10th house of career, reputation, public face, and authority. This Cancer new moon is moving us out of eclipse season, but remember that eclipse energy remains with us for several months sometimes. So you're still focusing on this area. This new moon is being opposed by Saturn, so restrictions, limitations, lessons, but also structure and creating your reality. So the Saturn is really testing you when it comes to your foundations, your home, your family life. This has been an area of development for you for a while, Libra. This energy of Saturn can bring up worry, grief, self-esteem issues, but we could also tap into the energy of patience, perseverance, and staying informed about what matters to you, especially as it relates to your family and career. It could be that you've had some shifts and changes when it comes to your work with this pandemic, as many people have. And with Pluto and Jupiter here, restructuring our economy, our educational systems, and restructuring your foundations, your home life, where you live, how you feed yourself. This energy is going to be with us for a while. On July 22nd, we have the sun moving into Leo. So this is about your goals, your dreams, friends, corporate and business income. So this is going to be very welcomed energy for you, Libra. It will help you to kind of focus on what it is that you want when it comes to your home life and your career and how you are taking care of your soul. The fourth house rules the soul. So take some time to really write down your goals, to write down what it is that you really want. I'm really feeling led to tell you about the Rapid Planning Method by Tony Robbins. This is a good goal setting approach to take because it helps you to look at things from macro and micro levels. So you might want to do some research on that, Libra, if it resonates with you. On July 27th, we have the Jupiter Neptune sextile. So this is hope, faith, and optimism when it comes to your soul growth, when it comes to your family life, your home life. Maybe you have some parent situations that you're dealing with in your daily life, your daily routines, because this is fourth house, sixth house energy. So how are you feeding yourself on a daily basis? Do you have healthy routines? Are you eating consistently? Are you drinking water? Are you getting rest? Are you doing things that help to stimulate and feed your mind? Are you doing self-love practices? So these are all energies that will support you and help you as you go through these transitions with your career and maybe restructuring your goals, because a lot of things have changed since this pandemic happened and these lockdowns have happened. We've all had to reevaluate what it is that we want, what our priorities are. Let's move on to the angel number, and angel number 83 showed up, and this is a sign from the angels that they're helping you. They're sending you a positive boost of energy so that you can keep up the momentum in your daily life. Your choices are guided and they will lead you to more prosperity, maybe a new job opportunity. So be open and receptive to that. And this openness and receptiveness is going to come through your daily practices, your focus on your health and your soul growth. You have to trust the guidance and act on it in order to feel powerful. So angel number 83 is a very practical number. You've got to do the things every day, the meditations, the affirmation work, the shadow work, really feeding yourself, nurturing yourself. Let's move on to the oracle cards. And the moving on card came up from the Psychic Tarot. This is the Six of Wands in reverse. The bottom of the deck, root chakra reverse. So again, this is more confirmation that your foundations are being shaken right now. The Six of Wands energy could suggest that you're feeling stuck, right, in your daily life, but and maybe in your home life. Maybe you feel like you're not growing, you're not evolving, but keep going. No matter how challenging things get, Everybody falls from grace. Everybody hits rock bottom, but we can use this rock bottom energy as the solid foundation, 4th house, 6th house, to build upon. So do not stay stuck. Focus on the basics. Focus on nurturing your soul. Focus on your health, your daily routines. These should be your goals, your priorities. Let's move on to the spirit animal, and the bat showed up. The bat shows up during major times of transition, death, and rebirth are also symbolic of bat energy. This could mean literal death, but this is just really about, the death of old ways of being and doing, and being more sensitive to your environment. Again, that 6th house, 4th house energy, your daily routines, your soul growth. Is your environment supportive of that? So pay attention and trust your instincts. And your instincts, your intuition becomes stronger as you nurture your soul. Let's move on to the crystal, and pink tourmaline showed up for you. I believe this is a birthstone for you, Libra. Heart chakra energy for emotional healing. It dispels depression and stress and anxiety, helps to bring more joy and passion back into your daily life. If you're dealing with any type of abuse or needing to really connect to healing emotional problems and patterns, pink tourmaline is the crystal for you. This highly energetic heart chakra stone will also help you to live from a higher perspective. So thank you so much for listening and watching, Libra. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Have a wonderful week. Scorpio and Scorpio rising. The Cancer new moon occurring on July 20th is occurring in your 9th house of higher education, media, publishing, foreign travel, your belief systems. The 9th house is a very spiritual house too. This Cancer new moon is moving us out of eclipse season, but remember that eclipse energies could stay with us for a few months. So this Cancer new moon is being opposed by Saturn, and Saturn is currently transiting your 3rd house of communication, speaking, and your local environment, your siblings, your nervous system. So this is challenging energy, more restrictions, more limitations. Remember that Saturn was also at a stressful angle to the Cancer full moon eclipse that just occurred. So this could bring up some worries, some grief, maybe some self-esteem issues, all shadow aspects of this. But we can choose to focus on Saturn's higher qualities of patience and perseverance and staying informed, especially with this 9th house energy. This is about the media, maybe using more discernment, because this energy of the pandemic is not going anywhere for a while. This is all a part of a major plan, a major purpose. And with Pluto and Jupiter here, this is more emphasis on you really healing your mind, paying attention to what you're thinking, right? Not getting caught up in limiting belief systems. Remember that thoughts, 3rd house, create our belief systems, 9th house. So use the perseverance and patience of Saturn to really take control of your thinking, to change belief systems if they're no longer serving you in a positive way. On the 22nd, we have the sun moving into your 10th house, Leo. So this is about career, reputation, public face, authority figures. This could be an energy that really challenges your self-worth. Again, this is connected to your belief systems, right? And this could also see you exploring other career options. Maybe you've had to do that with this pandemic. A lot of us are having to look at adjacent possibilities, perhaps things that we've looked over because we didn't believe, 9th house, that they were viable opportunities. So the 3rd house again, and this 10th house looking at your local environment, looking at the things around you, that there could be some opportunities there, right? On the 27th, we have Jupiter sextile Neptune. So again, more third house energy connecting to the fifth house of creativity, love, children. This is about you finding more joy, right? Connecting to that heart space and communicating your highest ideals. This could also see you maybe taking a little short trip somewhere to clear your mind. Let's move on to the angel number, and angel number 102 showed up for you. This is about remembering that obstacles are blessings in disguise. There's always a silver lining. This number also reminds you to focus on your life purpose, right? Again, correcting those belief systems. Angels are surrounding you with love, healing, and offering you guidance. This could also be about you bringing fresh energy into your home with plants and feng shui. Again, your local environment, being more peaceful and having that environment support you. This is also a number of love and gratitude and appreciating all that you have in your life right now. Let's move on to the oracle cards, and from the Psychic Tarot deck, I pulled Passion Ignited, Ace of Wands reversed for you. And at the bottom was Recognition and Reward, Three of Pentacles. So again, this is about you staying committed to your growth and learning, staying committed to correcting outmoded, outworn belief systems through your positive thinking, right? The Ace of Wands could be about you discovering new passions or reviving old ones. So again, connecting to that third house energy of seeing what's around you, right? Making sure that you're not missing any opportunities around you. Don't waste any more time focusing on what could have been, what should have been. Just stay focused and committed to your growth, to your learning, and being more committed to bringing more passion and energy and focus back into your daily life. Let's move on to the spirit animal, and the sheep showed up. This is about you being gentle and kind and patient with yourself. The sheep shows up to help you purify your thinking and to remember that life is cyclical, right? The sheep comes in to help you to get back on your path, to help you really connect to your inner child, right? So reversing that passion card around, right? Connecting to what makes you happy again. The sheep shows up to help you to have courage when you are feeling sheepish. And the sheep is also connected to just being a sheep, right? Falling in line with belief systems that may not serve you. So examine that. And the sheep is also great for helping you to become more silent, meditation, speaking and communing with your higher self. Let's move on to the crystal, and smoky quartz showed up for you. Smoky quartz is great for cleansing and purifying the lower chakras. It's a highly protective, amplifying crystal, great for emotional healing and release. And it'll help you to understand the ups and downs, to understand life cycles. You know, with the ninth house, it'll help you to see things from a higher perspective. The crystal smoky quartz will also help you with spiritual nutrition, spiritual hygiene. All right. So thank you so much for listening and watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I look forward to speaking to you again really soon. Have a wonderful week. Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. This Cancer new moon is occurring in your 8th house of shared resources, intimacy, trust, psychological healing, death and rebirth, and inheritances. So this particular new moon, this Cancer season in general, has been very challenging for Sagittarius, especially because Saturn has opposed both the Cancer full moon and this Cancer new moon. And Saturn is transiting the 2nd house of self-esteem and boundaries and your self-worth, your talents, your skills, your abilities. So shadow aspects of this opposition could be worry, grief, self-esteem issues, but we could choose to tap into the energies of perseverance and patience and staying informed on what matters to you most. These are all higher octaves of a Saturn opposition. We know this coronavirus fallout is not going anywhere soon. So we're really being asked to shore up our foundations, to heal, inner child healing. Not only are we feeling the restructuring in the collective with the economy and the educational systems, but on a personal level, this is really about our foundations, our boundaries, our personal power, our personal resources versus our shared resources, the things that we have to give our energy to versus the things that can possibly take our energy, the energy exchange, maybe even deplete our energy. So it's been very, very necessary for us to just keep moving forward, to focus on our healing work, because 8th house transits are not easy, right? The fear of death is something that is necessary for us to overcome as we go up into higher frequencies, because we know that death is only transition. And the 8th house also deals with intimacy and sex. And with the 2nd house here, this has definitely been a time of examination and review when it comes to how we are creating balance when it comes to our connections. On the 22nd, we have the sun moving in to Leo. This is the 9th house for Sagittarius. This is actually a very good placement. So higher education, media, publishing, and belief systems. So this is highlighting this area of, you know, as James Allen says, as a man thinketh, so does he become. On July 27th, we have the Jupiter-Neptune sextile. Hope, faith, optimism when it comes to our income, talents, self-esteem, personal power, and values. How are we feeding ourselves? We're feeling better about our soul growth. We're seeing the opportunities for healing, for nurturing ourselves, because self-love is always the answer. Let's move on to the angel number. And 124 showed up for you. This is a number of hard work, keeping your thoughts positive and putting in that extra effort and focus towards your mission and purpose. Trust that past work is going to reap rewards. So this is a kind of a karmic number. And trust that your passions are valid and viable, and to keep going, keep working on your dreams. Let's move on to the oracle cards. And from the Psychic Tarot deck, mental conflict, 2 of Swords showed up. This reminds me of that Nelly song, It's All in Your Head, right? On the bottom of the deck is emotional withdrawal, 8 of Cups. So this is, again, confirming 2nd house, 8th house energy. Getting out of our head when it comes to negative thinking, allowing ourselves to heal. This Mercury retrograde could have really done an emotion on you, especially done a number on you, especially when it comes to your emotional intelligence, right? You've been asked to re-examine and pull back, knowing what your energy is and what isn't yours. Again, 2nd house, 8th house. Confusion is of the devil. 90% of the problems that we have originate in our own thinking. So continue to focus on your heart healing, your emotional healing. And I'm hearing that being near water will actually help you a lot. Let's move on to the spirit animal, and the bee showed up. This is about connecting to your soul tribe, connecting to the sweetness and joy of life. The bee shows up too when you need more work-life balance. It helps you to see the bigger picture and to trust in miracles, because bees by nature are technically not really supposed to fly based on what we understand on the laws of aerodynamics, but they do. So trust in miracles. And Connecting to your soul tribe and networking will help you to feel more supported. Focus on achieving your goals at all odds, no matter what's going on. Let's move on to the crystal, and citrine showed up for you. Citrine is a solar plexus chakra crystal that will boost positivity and joy in your life. It'll help you to attract abundance, 8th house, 2nd house energy. These are money houses. It'll help you to increase your confidence and self-esteem, and it will help you to work on any projects and business endeavors and achieve success. So thank you so much for watching, Sagittarius. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I look forward to speaking to you again really soon. Have a wonderful day and week. Capricorn and Capricorn rising, this Cancer new moon occurring on July 20th is highlighting your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, the people you hire, one-on-one connections. I feel like Capricorns have really been challenged in this area over the past couple of years, really. And this, again, is more energy of you getting back to the basics when it comes to your relationships, which really means practicing self-love. Now, this new moon in Cancer is being opposed by Saturn, which has been transiting your sign on and off, right, for the past year. So this is, again, strong energy asking you to restructure your relating patterns. Are the relationships that you're in a reflection of who you are? Because the 1st house is about identity and self. And remember that relationships are only mirrors of you. So if your relationships are challenged, intimate relationships especially, this is a clear indication that you need to do some work on yourself. That's what this energy is saying. With this Saturn here restricting this new moon, you could see more limitations. Maybe you have more lessons you need to learn. Some shadow aspects of this transit are worry, grief, some self-esteem issues coming up. But you, Capricorn, you're ruled by Saturn, so you can easily tap into that patience, that perseverance, that just staying informed, knowing what's going on so that you can take the next action step. That's what you're about, Capricorn. So this energy can be very empowering for you, even though it could be challenging. And with Pluto and Jupiter here, expanding these areas of transformation, the economy is being restructured, education systems are being restructured, and so too is your identity. And when your identity is restructured, your relationships change. It's an automatic thing. So don't be afraid to walk away from things, people, and situations that are no longer a match to who you really are. On July 22nd, we have the sun moving into Leo, which is 8th house. So this is more energy for transformation, for healing, for trust, and for rebirth, transformation. So these can be some challenging energies, right? Growth can be messy, but you can handle it, Capricorn. You have so much perseverance and stamina. So tap into that energy. On July 27th, we have Jupiter sextile Neptune. So 1st house, 3rd house energy for you, communicating from a place of authenticity, right? Speaking your mind and allowing yourself to really feel connected to your environment, to feel like you belong. Perhaps you've been challenged in this area with all of the upheaval occurring, but know that this transit is bringing in faith, hope, and optimism. So let's move on to the angel number. Angel number 52 showed up for you. So this is a number of unexpected miracles, unexpected change, but all for the good. So take action as guided so that you don't miss out on any opportunities, especially when it comes to healing opportunities or, relationship opportunities. Be open to that. This is also about unexpected money possibly coming in, but definitely auspicious changes and opportunities are on the horizon for you when angel number 52 shows up. Let's move on to the Oracle cards. And Rejoice in Celebration, 3 of Cups reversed, showed up. And at the bottom of the deck, Obstacles and Challenges, 5 of Swords reversed. So again, this is energy kind of confirming the challenging relationship cycle that you may have gone through. This is about those situations coming to an end. You're moving out of those cycles of heartache and loss. You're moving out of perhaps maybe you were in a third-party situation, or maybe you felt like you were just in a relationship that was emotionally draining. There was a lot of deception, a lot of obstacles, a lot of challenges. So this energy speaks to you moving out of that cycle, but also needing some alone time perhaps to heal before you move into another relationship. So yes, relationships are on the horizon for you, but you might need to take it slow, right? When you meet someone. This is also affirming unexpected positive changes coming into your life and the ending of a cycle of anxiety and challenges when it comes to communication. This card could also be about gossip. These cards could also be about gossip, but I'm not picking up on that. Definitely picking up that you might have been in a third-party situation. But move away from people that are not willing to do the work on themselves. Release the distractions, right? Let's move on to the spirit animal, and the duck showed up. The duck is about emotional healing, taking advantage of opportunities as they present, because opportunities can be missed, right? Especially if you're caught up in emotional relationship drama. You miss so many opportunities with that. But continue with healing and purging, especially now that you have this 8th house energy coming online. Present moment awareness, and move through challenging times and through your healing with energy and grace. Let's move on to the crystal, and malachite showed up for you. Malachite is a very powerful heart chakra crystal. It absorbs negative energy from you and your environment, so it does need to be cleansed often. Malachite is a stone of support through change and transition, especially relationship changes. It'll help you to release the past, release old, outworn heart connections. Use malachite to connect to earth energies, the elementals. You are an earth sign, so this will definitely help you and to feel more supported and guided and nurtured during this time. So thank you so much for listening and watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I look forward to speaking to you again really soon. Have a wonderful week. Aquarius and Aquarius rising. This Cancer new moon occurring on July 20th is occurring in your 6th house of health, daily routines. Lots of shifts and changes have been going on here. We had a very powerful Cancer full moon eclipse, and now we have a Cancer new moon eclipse, and they were both being opposed by Saturn. And Saturn has been transiting your 12th house. 12th house transits are very karmic. They're about secrets, things behind the scenes, facing some endings. So maybe you are dealing with a lot of transition when it comes to your daily life, things shifting relatively quickly. With Saturn here, this could bring up some worries, some grief, some self-esteem issues. But, you know, Saturn is your ancient ruler, so you can tap into that energy of patience, perseverance, and really staying informed about what matters to you, especially when it comes to your health and your patterns. With Pluto and Jupiter here, we can all see that our economy and educational systems are being restructured, but definitely your health, your daily life. I really feel like the universe has put a halt to a lot of things that you had going on in your life, because they really want your attention. Aquarius, you guys are going to be kind of the forerunners as we move into Aquarius season. So you're really being called to heal, to release, to transform, to level up. On July 22nd, we have the sun moving into Leo. your 7th house of relationships, partnerships, the people you hire, the one-on-one connections. So this is energy that's going to help you to navigate through any upheaval that you've had in relationships. Perhaps with this pandemic, you have had some challenges when it comes to your intimate relationships, just because you were so accustomed to living your life a certain way, perhaps being more emotionally detached, right? Which is something that Aquariuses do. And with these energies kind of putting your life on hold, you've been almost forced to look at your emotions. When it comes to partnerships and relationships, intimate relationships, are they working for you? Are they serving you? On July 27th, we have the Jupiter-Neptune sextile. So this is hope, faith, and optimism when it comes to your behind-the-scenes work. This is about having a higher perspective when it comes to karmic endings. This is about you using your personal will to be consistent with your spiritual practices, to create healthy boundaries so that you can get what you need, so that you can connect to spirit and release those self-sabotaging patterns that are wreaking havoc on your self-esteem, that are perhaps keeping you distracted from fulfilling your purpose, from really connecting to your talents and abilities, which can increase your income. Because when you do what you love, financial abundance flows to you. That's just how the universe works. Let's move on to the angel number, and angel number 86 showed up. This is a number of material possessions, maybe leaving your life relatively quickly. Trust that your prayers have been answered and that your needs will be met. Angel number 86 is a protection number and lets you know that angelic support is on the way. So be open and receptive and paying attention. So focus again on your spiritual practices. That 12th house energy is really here helping you to connect to your higher self, to your divinity. So focus on your spiritual growth and not your money issues if you're having some, which you may be. Focus on what it is that you want to create in your life, because what you focus on expands. Let's move on to the oracle cards. And from the Psychic Tarot, Trapped in Fear, the 8 of Swords card showed up. At the bottom of the deck is the authority figure, the Emperor card, Major Arcana. So stand in your power. Realize that fear is all in your head, right? You're feeling trapped perhaps with this Saturn energy. 12th house can make you feel confined, can make you feel restricted, but know that it's in your head. And Aquariuses, you guys are massive overthinkers sometimes. So stay strong through this transformation. Use your personal strength for healing, for creating opportunities for yourself, for really tapping into your personal power, focusing on your inner stability through your meditation practices. This is what's going to help you to stand in your authority. This is what's going to help you to create that personal power and to tune into your self-esteem, is staying connected to spirit. You can release yourself from fearful thinking if you choose to, but it takes you connecting and being vulnerable in that way. Let's move on to the spirit animal, and the beaver showed up. The beaver shows up to help you to have faith and to keep grinding, to give you a boost in motivation, because with 12th house, second house, that can make you kind of tired, right? Just, you might be feeling a little depressed with this 8 of Swords energy, but the beaver showing up, giving you a boost of motivation and helping you also to be aware of adjacent possibilities. Keep your eyes open and focus on your personal boundaries, your family goals. Adaptation and awareness are necessary. Let's move on to the crystal, and black tourmaline showed up. Black tourmaline is a very powerful purification and protection stone, great for spiritual grounding, especially when you're dealing with 8th house energy, 12th house energy, or excuse me, the Eight of Swords energy, grounding energies, right? Getting it out of your head. This is also great for building protection grids in your home. Black tourmaline will also help you to dispel anger, anxiety, and fear. So thank you so much for listening and watching, Aquarius. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I look forward to speaking to you again really soon. Have a wonderful week. Pisces and Pisces rising, the Cancer new moon occurring on July 20th is highlighting your fifth house of creativity, children, love, the heart. The last Cancer full moon eclipse was also being challenged by Saturn, as is this new moon. This energy speaks to worry, grief, maybe some self-esteem issues coming up, restrictions, limitations, lessons, responsibilities. But we can choose to tap into the energies of perseverance and patience and building. With Pluto and Jupiter here, we have lots of energy for you to tap into that heart space, to achieve your goals and dreams. To really ask yourself, what do you love? Who do you love? How can you be more creative? Pisces, you are very creative. This is a very important energy for you. On the 22nd, we have the sun moving into the 6th house of Leo for you. This is your daily routines, your pets, your coworkers. So focusing on your health should be one of your goals, and really creating a more harmonious life for yourself, a life full of joy and laughter and fun. On July 27th, we have the Jupiter sextile Neptune transit. Hope, faith, optimism. Neptune has been in your sign for a while, so you've been feeling more empowered. But this energy is supporting you in your goals of living from your more authentic self, making yourself a priority, making your heart a priority, learning to appreciate and love life and have more gratitude for the miracle that you are. Let's move on to the angel number, and angel number 54 showed up. This is about prioritizing your life and making necessary changes, especially when it comes to goal achievement. You have to have some priorities, some things that you need to do every day towards that goal. You are being guided and supported through these life changes. So make adjustments that'll help you to achieve your goals and do what you need to do. This is also a practical number about getting your home and personal affairs in order. Let's move on to the oracle cards, and victories and success showed up for you from the Psychic Tarot, Six of Wands, and the bottom of the deck is recognition and reward, Three of Pentacles. So again, these are very practical numbers about staying optimistic when it comes to your goals and dreams and doing the work, trusting in the guidance and following through on any instincts or hunches that you get will assure that you are successful. Believe in yourself. Don't die with your music still in you, Pisces. Let's move on to the spirit animal, and the wolf showed up. So this is about watching out for deception. We know that this is a shadow trait for you, Pisces, living in illusion and delusion. This is also about you paying attention to your close alliances. 11th house rules your friendships, so be mindful of that. Be mindful of the company you keep. Personal power and instincts are also favored and increased when the wolf animal shows up, the wolf totem shows up. People may be trying to provoke you. You could have some haters because you're finally living from your authentic self. So use your wisdom and pick your battles. And the wolf shows up to remind you that there is order and rhythm to life and relationships. Sometimes you need to be the lone wolf. Sometimes you need to be a part of the pack. So release codependency and do what's right for you to remain that alpha wolf. Let's move on to the crystal, and fluorite showed up for you. Fluorite's a very powerful crown chakra crystal to dispel confusions and illusions. This is a great crystal for initiations into spiritual knowledge and higher levels of frequency. Also a great crystal for spirit, mind, body detox. Great for boosting concentration, to focus on your goals and blast through those mental blocks. This is also great for giving you freedom from intrusive and stressful thinking. So thank you so much for listening and watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I look forward to speaking to you again really soon. Have a wonderful week. Aries and Aries rising, this Cancer new moon is occurring in your 4th house of home, family, lifestyle, and soul growth. How are you feeding yourself on all levels? Just like the Cancer full moon eclipse, this new moon is being opposed by Saturn. And Saturn is bringing up a lot of worry, grief, perhaps some self-esteem issues, but you can choose to tap into the energies of patience and perseverance when it comes to your career and, you know, your foundations, your reputation. Pluto and Jupiter here are indicating that there needs to be some restructuring, some transformation, some expansion when it comes to your home and your soul growth, your work-life balance, how you feed yourself versus how you show up in the world. On the 22nd, we have the sun moving into Leo, your 5th house of creativity, children, love. So this is about you finding more joy in your daily life, tapping into that heart space, tapping into that creativity. On the 27th, we have the Jupiter-Neptune sextile, hope, faith, and optimism when it comes to your career, when it comes to the research and the legwork that you may be having to do to embark on this new career path. This is also about, you know, doing that work behind the scenes and creating space for your spiritual practices, for the work that you need to do on yourself. When it comes to your soul growth, you have to create time and space for that. The 12th house also rules endings and self-sabotage. So how are you sabotaging your soul growth? How are you allowing your career, your reputation, perhaps your ego to undermine the very important spiritual work that you need to do? Let's move on to the angel number. And angel number 183 showed up. This is about you receiving divine ideas, especially during your meditation. So stay consistent with your spiritual practices. Trust that the universe provides always. With 12th house, 10th house, this could indicate that you maybe have had a job loss, but trust that your skills and talents and abilities will attract new opportunities. So continue to do research, continue to build yourself up, use your willpower and tenacity to achieve your goals, whatever it takes. Let's move on to the oracle cards. And from the Psychic Tarot, heartache and loss, 3 of Swords reverse showed up. The bottom of the deck, universe, the world card. This is about you remembering that life is cyclical. The number 33 shows up, indicating that the ascended masters are near, giving you inspired divine ideas to help you move out of maybe a difficult cycle of loss, of heartache, of defeat. You're learning to learn new skills, learning how to learn new skills, learning to trust life again, to trust your heart again. It is okay to follow your heart. This is also about resurrection. I'm being led to tell you or to channel that Bible verse to you. I don't know what verse it is, but I think it's about in Leviticus. Get up, pick up your bed, and walk. Let's move on to the spirit animal, and the pelican showed up. So the pelican is about mirroring energy. Remember that any aspects that you see in other people are really reflections of you. This is also an indication that an area of your life is out of balance. So you definitely need to utilize that 12th house energy and bring more harmony back into your soul, back into your life and lifestyle. So this is about slowing down and connecting to who you really are. what you really need, how you need to feed yourself. And this is also about asking for help from others. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for support. Let's move on to the crystal. Pink opal showed up for you. This is a very powerful heart chakra crystal for emotional healing, especially after a breakup, loss, grief. This will help you to bring more peace back into your life, more joy, lighter, easier frequencies. I love pink opal. It's one of my favorite stones. So thank you so much for listening and watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I look forward to speaking to you again really soon. Have a wonderful week. Taurus and Taurus rising. This Cancer new moon is occurring in your third house of communication, transportation, the mind, short distance travel, and your locale. So like your neighbors, your siblings. Like the Cancer full moon eclipse, this Cancer new moon is also being opposed by Saturn. So this is going to maybe bring up some grief, some worry, some anxiety, but you can choose to tap into the higher levels of Saturn's energy, which is perseverance and patience and really shoring up your foundations and being grateful for the manifestations in your world. So stay informed about family matters. Corona is not going anywhere anytime soon. And with Pluto and Jupiter here with Saturn in that ninth house, this is about you connecting to your belief systems and seeing if they serve you. Maybe you need to restructure these areas. Of course you do. July 22nd, we have the sun moving into Leo. Fourth house energy, home, family, lifestyle, how you feed yourself on all levels. So this is about soul growth. You may find that you need to pull your energy back a little bit for more healing and integration. This is also about parents and authority. On July 27th, we have the Jupiter-Neptune sextile. Hope, faith, and optimism when it comes to your spiritual beliefs. So believing in yourself, believing in your goals, your dreams, believing in your connections. Also realizing that your soul is a part of your belief system because you feed it with any thoughts, ideas that you allow to come into your energy, that you allow yourself to think. These become your belief systems. So there's definitely some healing energy here, some support here. Let's move on to the angel number. Angel number 62 showed up. This is about being open and receptive to your good. Again, opening up to your goals, opening up to higher levels of energy. Trust that your monetary needs will be met. New people and acquisitions enter in your life. So expansion, expanding your circle. Believe in miracles. I believe that the 9th house, 11th house energies, as well as the 4th house coming together is about miracles. Believing in that everyday magic. Let's move on to the oracle cards. And Solitude, the Hermit reversed, came up. This is major arcana. And at the bottom, material and spiritual prosperity reverse also showed up. So again, this is more confirmation about pulling your energy back to focus on your inner resources, to focus on your soul growth, to focus on your foundations, your goals, restructuring your belief systems. Trust that you are never alone and that all of your needs will be met. Again, confirmation with angel number 62. And know that gratitude speeds up manifestation. Spend more time researching and learning new skills, confirmed by the 9th house energy as well. Let's move on to the spirit animal, and the wombat showed up. The wombat is about defending your family and home. So again, it points to that soul growth and really creating that nurturing space for yourself, keeping a low profile so that you can work on your stability, staying grounded as you're restructuring your beliefs, as you are connecting to new goals, new aspirations, People may have underestimated you, and that's their issue. Prove them wrong by setting worthy goals and achieving them, because you have the support of the universe at this time. Let's move on to the crystal, and sodalite showed up for you. Sodalite is a powerful third eye chakra crystal for helping you to tap into your intuition, which is providing you with that protection, that soul protection, that home protection. Sodalite helps you to get back in touch with your instincts, with your intuition. Sodalite will also help you to deepen your meditation practices and deepen your spiritual practices. So thank you so much for listening and watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I look forward to speaking to you again really soon. Have a wonderful week. Gemini and Gemini rising, this Cancer new moon is occurring in your second house of boundaries, income, talents, power, and self-esteem. This has been a challenging area for you. We had a Cancer full moon eclipse here, and now we have this Cancer new moon, and they are both opposed by Saturn. And Saturn is transiting your 8th house. So this is definitely some money stuff going on here. Worry, grief, self-esteem issues are shadow traits of this energy, but you can choose to tap into the higher levels of patience and perseverance and staying informed, especially when it comes to the economy and how, financial aspects are changing in your inner world, your inner circle. Because this corona fallout isn't going anywhere. And with Pluto and Jupiter here, restructuring our economy and our education systems, we're also seeing this restructuring go on, Gemini, in your resource houses, your money, inner resources and outer resources. On the 22nd, we have the sun moving into Leo, communications, transportation, the mind, short distance travel, neighbors. So this is putting a highlight on these areas of your life for the next couple of weeks. And it's definitely easier energy to navigate because this is Leo sextiling Gemini. On the 27th, we have the Jupiter sextile Neptune transit. This is hope, faith, and optimism when it comes to healing, when it comes to your shared resources, when it comes to your career. Maybe Geminis, you've had a shift in your work. Maybe you've lost your job. Maybe you got a new job. But this is a very positive transit, a positive energy telling you to stay hopeful, stay optimistic about your money, about your career, and about your reputation, about your journey of healing. Let's move on to the angel number. And angel number 65 showed up, letting you know that you can always call on your spirit team for help. They're always available. This is also about adapting to changes with grace. And your prayers about you changing your life for the positive are supported by spirit. So trust your intuition and work from your highest self and act on any guidance that you get. This is also a number of unexpected material gain. So that's always good news, right? Move on to the oracle cards. From the Psychic Tarot, movement, choices, and decisions. Two of Wands showed up. And at the bottom is the disruption card, the Tower. So again, there could have been some upheaval, shifts, and changes, having to make some decisions. Perhaps there's been some indecision. Gemini, you're kind of known for that. So this has not been easy energy for you. It's been exasperated probably. But this is about you releasing that resistance and adapting to changes. Making a decision. You can't not make a decision, Gemini. But pace yourself and know that you can only do one thing at a time. You can only move in one direction. So don't feel overwhelmed by all of the choices and decisions that you have to make. You only need to make one choice right now. Let's move on to the spirit animal. And the ant showed up. The ant speaks to perseverance, hard work, getting organized. Again, pacing yourself, which is confirmed by that disruption, the Tower card. Pacing yourself through changes, pacing yourself through those tower moments. This is also about teamwork. You can't do it all by yourself. You're very strong. Ants are very strong, but you need other people to help you. And know that you are an individualized expression of the whole. Move on to the crystal, and Apache tears showed up for you. This is a grief and worry stone, deep emotional healing and shadow work. This is also about grounding, protection, and purification of your energies. So I'm being led back to that Tower card. Maybe you did have some kind of unexpected emotional loss. Perhaps you've had to make some very hard decisions about some of the things that you need not have in your life anymore. So use Apache tear to help you move through that the grief and the associated sorrow that may come along with loss, which is a part of life. So thank you so much for listening and watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I look forward to speaking to you again really soon. Have a wonderful week. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I really enjoyed this format once I was able to kind of get my shit together. So definitely look forward to more videos. I've already started creating more content, so I'm working on that now. Thanks again for watching. If you would like to donate, you can do so using the PayPal or Venmo links below. Have a wonderful week. I will speak to you again soon. Take care of yourselves and namaste.